Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to the second part. And before the break, I spoke how I realized as a young child that I needed to understand who God was. And I used to wake up in the early hours of the morning and I used to pray that God would reveal himself to me. And I was a very young person and I wanted this idea, and I used to have these recurring dreams. And I never understood that these recurring dreams were actually answers. I had no idea. I had no philosophy of Islam. I had no theology of Islam. I knew nothing about Islam. So when this man told me, Fort Hendricks, that the Shahada was La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, and that there were 7 layers of heaven, this was confirmation to me without a shadow of doubt. I had no doubts whatsoever. I knew nothing about the 5 pillars of Islam. I did not know anything about the Quran. I did not know anything about the teachings, what was expected to be a Muslim, what I was needed to sacrifice, what I needed to give. When he said to me there are 7 heavens and he explained these words, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, in Arabic, not even in English, I said, that's it. I'm becoming a Muslim right now. And the guy looked at me, and the men looked at me that were there. My brother looked at me, everyone looked at me like, but don't you want to know more? I said, no. That is enough. That is the confirmation I need, because if it confirms what has been put in my mind from a child right through today, it took 27 years. 27 years, from 7 years old, 27 years later, the words that I heard when I was 7 years old were repeated to me. And they were repeated to me by humans. There was no way I could argue. There was no way I could say no, that this is not possible. And so that day, I accepted that there is no other God but God, and that the promise, that the promised prophet that was sent by God, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the final messenger of God. I accepted it.